In the Brothers Grimm's version of the fairy tale, apparently, my sister and I were not even worth naming, but at least we were rightly described as beautiful. In Disney's version, our names are mentioned, but can you recall them without thinking hard? No, I bet all you can remember are two pug-nosed sisters with terrible hair, the nasolabial folds of a 70-year-old, annoying voices, and very big feet. The thing is, we really were not ugly, especially me, honestly, I was kind of a looker from the right angle. No, move to the left, that side is prettier. Like, sure, I could have benefited from a nose job if it was a thing back then, but I have got great hair, a banging body, and deep eyes that look like dark pools you could drown in, or so I have been told. No, the problem wasn't us, the problem was her, because next to her, anyone would look like a gnarly potato. You know how one day you feel you are looking really good, the skin is skinning, the hair is hairing, the outfit is outfitting, and then you see some celebrity on Instagram and feel like you two cannot even be creatures from the same planet? Yeah, that is exactly what the Cinderella effect was, making everyone around her look like ET extraterrestrials. And you know what the biggest joke is? She was never a victim or forced to be our maid. She was very OCD, so scrubbing everything like a maniac all the time is entirely on her. No one asked her to do that. I guess she didn't love being a nobody, because slowly, very slowly, she started spinning her story. Before we knew it, we were the villains, she was the poor mistreated servant girl, and I was the bitter hag trying to steal her man. But he was my man first. My name is Driella, and I am here from the dead to tell you the true story of how Cinderella pulled off one of the greatest cons in history. She got the name, the ball, the prince, the animated pigeons, the merchandise deals, and the eternal adoration. It is built on lies, all of it. Well, except for the part about me having really big feet. Like, I was told most of my life to shop from the men's section of the shoe store. I bet that is half the reason I have ended up being a villain in every version, because how dare I imagine myself as a worthy princess with my US size 11 feet. I digress, I must stay on track. Even though my version of events is no charming fairy tale, I must begin the story the right way. Once upon a time, there was a man with a family, a fortune, and a functioning household. So naturally, he had a midlife crisis and ran for the hills. He said, "I have gone to figure myself out, do not wait for me, and tell your mother it is not me, it is her. I hope you figure out yourself big time, Dad." Yeah. I wasn't shocked because honestly, we would be idiots if we hadn't seen this coming. He always said, "I crave adventure, this provincial family life is suffocating my soul. Someday I will leave to seek my higher purpose, marriage and fatherhood cannot be it. I have to find myself, and I really don't think I can do it while married to you specifically." But Mother was still blindsided, shocked, and bamboozled. Why had he left? Was it because she wasn't pretty enough, or young enough, or hadn't plucked her eyebrows properly since 1823? Maybe her elbows were too pointy, or maybe her eyes lacked emotional depth. I tried to explain that it was more about him being a spineless lizard running away from adult responsibility, but she just kept sinking into the depths of her despair and the couch. Without a husband around, she went into full damsel in distress mode. "Oh, how I crave pickles," she would moan, "if only I had a man with strong arms to open this jar for me." Never mind that she had servants to open all the jars in the world and two perfectly decent daughters. Okay, fine, she had one decent daughter because the other one was Anastasia. Let's just say that we didn't know back then that excessive glue sniffing causes brain damage, and that kid always had her head stuck in a pot of glue. I told her, "Anastasia, focus. With father gone and mother officially losing her mind, you and I have to run this household. Mother has plenty of money, but we need to start budgeting. Anastasia looked at me with those wide, empty eyes and asked, "Why is mother always telling me to stop budgeting when I am around horses? Because it makes them nervous?" I sighed, like, "Hello, lady, I am the nervous one here. I am the one who got kicked by a horse in the head." "No, Anastasia," I corrected, "she is telling you to stop fidgeting. Those are two completely unrelated things." "Are you sure? They sound a little related." "They are not. Look, budgeting just means that we need to keep track of our expenses. For instance, how much do we spend on candles per week? How much money do we spend on candles?" "We spend money on them," she gasped. "No, Anastasia, they just grow on trees and we pluck them like fruit." "Yeah, that is what I am saying, candles are free." "What is the next item on your fidgeting list?" Yep, this was my partner in responsibility. Her loyalty was unwavering, as was her misunderstanding of absolutely everything. She had a heart of gold and the usefulness of a fork in a soup bowl. Okay, I will stop roasting my poor sister now. Despite all her flaws, she was my rock, heavy, useless, and mostly in the way, bazinga. But we soon had a much bigger problem at hand. Mother was dying for attention from men, and word of her wealth and desperation spread fast. This sent every gold-digging bachelor within 100 miles our way, and I figured out how to get rid of them fast. Of course, my sister slowed me down. "Okay, Anastasia, are we ready for afternoon tea?" I asked. "No, Anastasia, not the actual tea, the plan. Are we ready for the plan?" "Oh, the plan, right. Let me just quickly cancel the musicians." "You ordered musicians? This isn't an actual date, it is an ambush. Do you remember the strategy or not?" "Not really, but I will think of something on the spot. You know I am very quick on my... You know my... Did you just forget the word feet? Quick on my feet? No, that doesn't make sense. You know I run slower than a duck. I have yet to beat a duck in a race. Oh my god, focus on the tea. Fine, I will spill tea on his thighs. No, that is not what, actually, know what? You do that, leave the rest to me. Great, and afterwards we can eat the pastries? Yes, we can eat the pastries and the lemon curd. I had discovered that the fastest method to drive off unwanted suitors was to casually mention Dad and then watch Mother spiral into all 5 stages of grief. Well, for stages, acceptance was permanently off the table. "Mother, you look lovely today," I said loudly as the suitor sat down. "Isn't this the dress you were wearing the day Father left?" "No, that was the lavender one." "Oh yes, the one Father said made you look washed out." The suitor looked uncomfortable and said, "He said what?" "Madam, you look absolutely radiant today. I cannot understand why any man would leave you." "Of course he didn't leave me," Mother cried, "he just relocated temporarily. I am sure at this very moment he is thinking about how much he misses me and he is making his way back home." The suitor paused. "Oh, I didn't think this was something temporary." "You are right, I am such a fool, because honestly what is there to miss? Just the woman who gave him the best years of her life. I held this family together, I cooked, I cleaned. She ironed a napkin once, and suddenly she is the one who holds anything together. But if he had just communicated properly, I could have changed. I could have sent my daughters to finishing school and gone with him to find himself and slept under the stars. I could have been free-spirited and spontaneous. Do you think if he knew this he would come back? The suitor stood up. I really can't say, madam. Oh, there is no point thinking about it. He is gone now. But you are here to mend the pieces of my broken heart, right? You have good strong shoulders to cry on, and I am going to cry on them so much. The man backed away. It is getting kind of late for my horse's dinner. This has been lovely. Are you running away from me too? Mother wailed. No, I mean yes, but it is not you, it is me. He was leaving anyway, genius. Tea is expensive, you are all crazy, he shouted as he ran off. As Mother sobbed into the tablecloth, I high-fived Anastasia under the table. I thought I was so smart chasing off Mom's suitors and taking charge of the household. But then I made the biggest mistake of my life. Yeah, bigger than letting Anastasia give me a haircut once. I hired a gardener. Ma'am, thank you for the position, the man said. If it pleases you, my daughter Ella will also be staying with me in the servants' quarters. I am sure she can make herself useful to you. A girl my age emerged from behind him, and I will never forget the first time I saw her. Her hair was like honey catching sunlight, and her skin was like porcelain. Her patched-up linen dress looked better than any silk I owned. Her eyes were the kind of blue that would make painters cry into their palettes trying to replicate it. Every feature on her face was in perfect harmony, and then she smiled. We didn't know it yet, but the entire trajectory of our lives was rewritten at that moment. Oh my, just look at you, child, Mother gasped, like something out of a dream, you are perfect. You are too kind, ma'am, she said softly. I am so grateful to you for letting me stay. She is glowing, Anastasia whispered to me. Should people glow? Do you use some kind of special shampoo made from unicorn tears and fairy dust? Anastasia asked her. You are funny, I like you, she giggled. Did you hear that, Driella? She likes me. As Mother led her father away to show him their living quarters, and I don't know, Anastasia went after a butterfly, Cinderella stayed back. She looked directly at me. Driella, isn't it? Yes, and you are Ella. Yes, but my late mother nicknamed me Cinderella because I would always sleep by the fireplace and get covered in ashes. You know how nicknames stick. No, but you can call me Miss. You hired my father, Miss. That means you changed my life, and I will be sure to return the favor. I felt a chill down my spine that had nothing to do with the weather. As she walked away, I just knew I disliked her intensely. Part of me thought it was because I was jealous, and, yeah, of course I was. But I just had a feeling that beneath that flawless facade was someone calculating and dangerous. Oh, how I wish I wasn't right for once. At first, she just helped. She polished the silver, dusted the bookshelves, and organized the pantry. But then she started having ideas for everything. She rearranged the furniture, suggested new colors for the curtains, and started embroidering tablecloths and crocheting bedspreads. It is like watching angels knit, even I couldn't deny her taste was impeccable. Soon Mother wanted her opinion on everything. Then she was suddenly instructing all the maids, the butlers, and even the cook. The cook, that toad, never listened to anything I said, yet he listened to her. The house sparkled, the cutlery gleamed, the food actually had flavor, and I could see my reflection in the floors now. She would make them face masks and hair oils, play the piano for them like she was Mozart's daughter, and sing like a nightingale. And then there was the dancing. There was a celebration, as always, at the end of the harvest season, and as the servants gathered to dance, Cinderella joined them. She didn't dance like a girl raised in servant quarters, she danced like the air was conspiring to hold her up. Like the music was written just for her, like she had spent her whole life rehearsing her steps to perfection. Everyone was mesmerized. "She is so graceful," Mother whispered, "not like my girls." That was the first time I heard her say it, "not like my girls." But it wasn't the last. Soon Mother was drawing comparisons between her and us all the time, telling us how we could try to be more like her. I swear I would have given up and accepted her perfection and superiority if it wasn't for the bird incident. "Come here, Driella, look," she said one day, "a robin's nest right outside Ella's window, isn't it sweet? It is going to have babies soon." "Yes, lovely," I muttered, "but I bet it won't be so sweet when they are all screeching at dawn." The two of them continued to look utterly enchanted, and I lost interest and left. But the next morning, I ran outside to Anastasia screaming. I found her standing under the tree, and the nest lay on the ground, completely destroyed. The eggs and the robin were gone. Anastasia cried half the day, wondering if it was the work of an evil squirrel, or an evil raccoon, or an evil eagle. Later that evening, Cinderella walked into the living room holding something behind her back. "Mother, I made you a gift."
Why does she?
"Mother?" I thought, since when did she call her mother? Then I saw the gift, and my blood ran cold. It was a delicate comb woven with tiny blue-gray feathers twisted through gold thread. "Oh my dear, it is exquisite." Mother kissed her on the cheek. Anastasia clapped while I just stared, stunned. This couldn't just be my imagination running away with me, right? Still feeling uneasy, I was going up to my room for the night when I found Cinderella polishing the stairs banister vigorously. "Still cleaning? You really love it, don't you?" I asked. "Oh yes, it really helps me think, and all the work makes me sleep soundly at night," she replied. "You should be sleeping well tonight anyway, you know, without all that chirping right outside your window." "Yes," she said without looking up, such a noisy little thing that robin was. "I wonder what happened to it, and we both know it wasn't an evil squirrel." Cinderella straightened and met my gaze, smiling eerily. "Driella, do I look like the kind of girl who murders birds?" "No," I whispered, "but looks can be very deceiving." "People only see what they want to see," she said. "Luckily for me, they always want to see an angel." Without a shadow of a doubt, then I knew this girl was a psychopath. I just stayed away from her as much as possible. I was also glad that Mother was spending less time with her since she had recently found gardening and spent hours outside taking interest in dirt and compost. I was happy she had a healthy hobby until I walked into the living room one afternoon to find her and Cinderella's father sipping tea and holding hands. "What is going on here?" I demanded. "What does it look like?" Mother giggled. "I am hoping he is about to flip your palm over and read your future because no other explanation will make much sense." "Driella, I know it has been hard on you since your father left and you miss him." "Nope, not even a little, not even at all." "Speak for yourself, honey," she interrupted. "A woman needs a man in her life, his companionship, his strong hands, his opinions. What I am trying to say is, Mr. Rivers and I, we are." No, I panicked. "If your next words are in love, I am throwing myself out the window. Will you just let me finish?" "Fine, in love, great, fantastic, open the window with your strong hands, Mr. Rivers, so I can throw myself out." "Why would you be so upset, Driella?" And then, to always make things worse, Cinderella walked in. "It is a beautiful thing for two lonely widowers to find love again," she cooed. "My father isn't dead," I snapped. "We don't know that," she shrugged. Oh my God, had she found a way to get rid of him too? No, she was just saying things to irk me. Cinderella put her hand on my arm. We are like family already. This just feels like it was meant to be.
Of course, Ella.
I really thought I might gouge Cinderella's blue eyes out with a fork. So I stormed off, grabbed a horse, and rode furiously, not even sure where I was headed. I just had to get away. I remembered an old estate on the hill that had burned down decades ago. It had never been rebuilt, but the library had survived. I had sneaked in there a few times before, and I definitely needed abandoned ruins to rage in right now. I pushed open the creaky library door, grabbed a book randomly from the shelves, and plopped myself onto the couch next to a pile of dusty blankets. But then the pile moved. I turned around, terrified, to see a boy emerge from under the blankets. "Oh, wow, it is just one girl," he blinked. I thought an army of banshees had descended upon me. "Are you a ghost?" I stammered.
Are you a ghost?
"No, but that scream should have woken all dead people within a 5-mile radius.
Oh, hush.
If it had passed through you, it would have meant you were a ghost. I was just checking." Did you miss the part where I specifically said no to that question? Why would I expect a ghost to tell the truth?
Pathetic.
Then why even
I
ask?
told you I was right. And then the
Okay,
light just
fair
poured
point,
in,
I admitted.
right through the
What are
broken
you doing
ceiling. It
here?
was beautiful.
Blending into the
thought I heard
furniture,
something over
exactly
there.
that,
We
he
should stay
said.
hidden
I
for
just
now,
wanted to
Henry.
disappear for a while. What about yourself?
Forgive me, but
This
what
isn't the most
exactly are you
obvious
doing in a
hangout
place
spot
like
for a
this,
girl like
dressed
you.
like that?
A girl like me?
Forgive me, but
I
what
scoffed.
exactly are you doing?
Well, you don't look homeless in your silk gown, he pointed out. You are not exactly some local goat farmer yourself. How dare you? I gasped mockingly. I will have you know I milked a goat once. It ran away crying, but still. My name is Henry. Henry what? Just Henry. First name just, last name Henry?
He said we were
I
authorized
teased.
to be here.
Okay,
Your
then
servant,
just Henry,
Countess.
Countess Dracula, charmed to make your acquaintance. Now is there any chance we could both disappear here together for a while? We don't have to talk about what we are running away from. I like the sound of that, I smiled.
I think
Somehow
the
after
last
that,
thing just
Henry and I started meeting at the old estate. Not often, maybe once every week. We didn't ask why the other was there, we didn't even ask real names. Of course, a part of me was growing curious. But not knowing also felt weirdly nice, like we were two fugitives hiding out here and talking about books, ideas, the world, anything but ourselves. But one afternoon as I rode back home after meeting him, I came upon a scene of chaos. Mother was wailing like someone had died, Anastasia was blocking out the sound with pastries, and Cinderella was on the floor at Mother's feet, a picture of despair. It turned out that Mr. Rivers was a greasy rat who had run off with Mother's jewels, and he had left Cinderella behind. Man, I would have given him the jewels myself if he had just taken her. He took advantage of me, Cinderella cried. He played with my heart and threw dirt in my eyes. I will never forgive him. I will tear out every flower he planted with my bare hands. She would be a constant reminder of his betrayal. Please don't send me away. Please don't send me away, she begged. This is the only place I have ever felt safe. I will do whatever you ask of me, please. I love you. I love our home. Mother. Ugh. Mother sobbed, oh my poor precious child, how could I hate you? You are betrayed and abandoned just like me. Of course you will stay here, and we will heal together. Anastasia and I were abandoned too, and Mother never paid attention to our healing. As Cinderella sobbed into Mother's lap, she shot me a sideways glance that clearly said, checkmate. Mr. Rivers' betrayal just cemented Cinderella's place in our home more firmly. Now she wasn't just beautiful, she was tragic too. She needed love and care, and everyone from the servants to the house cat wanted to give it to her. I just found being around Cinderella unbearable. It is not like I was even needed around the house anymore, so I started slipping away more often to Henry. One afternoon we decided to explore the woods near the estate, and barely 20 minutes in there was a loud snap, a startled yelp, and I turned around to see Henry dangling upside down from a tree in a hunter's trap. I couldn't help laughing as he flailed around trying to reach up and unhook himself. Oh,
Could someone, perhaps,
a little help,
lend a
he
hand?
grunted, but before I pass out, maybe? I was just waiting for you to ask.
Don't worry.
I started tugging at the trap rope, but Henry kept giving me instructions non-stop.
Maybe you shouldn't have tied.
You are doing it wrong. Step to your left, pull tighter, then twist. No, not like that. Oh, you will break it. Do you think I am a helpless little girl who can't possibly figure out a rope trap for herself?
Stop telling me how to do
I
my job.
snapped. Have you ever seen a rope trap before in your life? He asked.
It wasn't just
Of course not, because all I do is embroider cushions and sigh dramatically. I bet you don't even know how to embroider. You are right, I hate it. My threads get so tangled up that I want to poke someone in the eye with my needle.
for this torture. I can't
Violent
believe
and
you fell for the
unladylike,
oldest
you
trick
are
in
a
the
real
book.
catch, he laughed. I
can't
yanked
believe
hard
you
at the
fell for
rope
the
and his
oldest
face
trick in the
swung
book.
towards mine. Suddenly we were too close, and his lashes were longer than any boy's had a right to be. Your eyes are really pretty, he murmured. Flattery isn't going to make me help you faster.
Honestly,
No, really, they are dark and deep like pools one could drown in.
Deep blue.
That is just the blood rushing to your head.
romantic gestures. Look,
I quickly moved to
appreciate
brace the
sentiment,
rope
but
again when
romantic
suddenly I
gestures won't
noticed his
secure the
shirt had
supply
slipped to
lines.
reveal
We
his
need
belt, which had a
practical
silver
solutions, not
crest.
poetry.
The royal crest.
I appreciate that.
Wait,
crest,
are you from the palace?
but what
Define
does
from a
soon really
dot.
mean in the grand scheme of-
Define it before I drop you straight on your head. Technically, yes. Are
Let's
you the
see,
court
we have
jester?
royal latrine
The
scrubber,
guy who polishes the
stable
king's
boy,
shoes?
and don't forget.
Something like that, he lied weakly.
Unconvincing smile.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
am going to
helping you
need
until
better
you confess.
answers before I help
You
you.
can stay tied to that tree.
I pushed him hard
not
and sent
helping
him
you until you
swinging like a
confess.
pendulum.
You can stay tied.
Oh, come on, Lady Dracula,
Help me.
just let me down.
I can't hold on. They're
That
here
is when I
already.
heard boots thundering through the woods.
They're
Before
here
I could
already.
react, a pair of soldiers in armor grabbed me roughly by the arms. Another two swooped in, expertly cutting Henry down and catching him before he face-planted into the dirt. Endangering the crown prince is a punishable offense, girl, the captain shouted. Endangering the who now? I gasped. Stand down, men, Henry ordered, dusting himself off. She is harmless unless she has a needle and thread in her hands. I just gaped at him. You are the
Finally
crown
realized the
prince.
truth.
Yes, first name, crown, second name, prince. You told me
How
a
could you lie
just
to me
Henry
after
thought.
everything we've been through?
Well, I am
In my
just Henry
defense,
sometimes.
didn't
You
actually
never
say
asked
I was
follow-up
wrong.
questions.
You
You will say nothing of this to anyone, men, same as you keep quiet about my
Silence.
visits here.
No.
Is that understood? Yes, Your Highness, they chorused. Your Highness, he mocked, looking at me. You look like you are both spiraling and want to murder me.
Not funny. You find
No,
this
that is just
amusing.
my normal
How
expression.
quaint.
Now, since we are being honest and going for full
I
disclosure,
think you'll find you're the one
you
who
are a
failed.
liar who got forced into telling the truth.
Admit it. You
How about you tell me your real name too?
I don't believe
Driella. That is pretty, but
you
Dracula
actually look
suits you better.
stunning today, short
Lots of
Bite your
names
tongue,
are coming
Driella.
to my mind for
Just
you,
keep
but I shall
smiling.
refrain from
Don't
using
give her
them
the
since I know who
satisfaction
you
of
are
seeing you
now.
lose control.
Good day, Your Highness. Hey, don't let this change
Driella,
things between
wait,
us, he
please
called
don't
out.
leave.
But I kept walking without turning to reply. How could it not change things between us? The boy I had been sneaking off to meet regularly, insulted, hit a couple of times, and maybe possibly definitely liked, was the freaking crown prince. I didn't go back to the estate for days, still finding the truth about him too overwhelming. But eventually, I cracked. So I rode back to the old estate one afternoon and my heart skipped a
Is that
beat to
how you
find
spend
him
your
already
afternoons?
there, throwing
Just
pebbles
thinking.
into a broken fountain.
Tossing pebbles.
Well, look what the cat dragged in, he grinned. I was beginning to think you died or got married. Sorry to disappoint you, but still alive and unwed.
You
You know, I was this close to going around
Exactly this
town
close.
and knocking on random doors
find
to
you
inquire
incredibly
after a girl
charming.
with violent tendencies and great hair.
Look,
I just rolled my eyes, but inside I was smiling stupidly. We just sat in silence for a while. I come here sometimes because it is all just too much, he admitted, the title, the expectations, the spotlight. I don't even get along with my father mostly.
things.
I know I am going to
Please,
sound like an
Dryella, listen to
ungrateful
me.
brat, but sometimes I
can't
just
do this
don't want to be
anymore.
the prince.
I don't want.
I come here for quite the opposite reason, I suppose, I said quietly. I feel invisible in my own house, completely replaced by my stepsister. My pride wouldn't let me say, the gardener's daughter. She is perfect, everyone admires and adores her, and it is not hard to see why. Come
Perfection
on,
isn't real.
no one is
It's the
perfect, he
flaws,
argued.
The messy parts that.
Oh no. She really is. I am sure this sounds like some petty sister jealousy and it doesn't compare to your royal problems, but honestly, they don't sound so bad. No one expects anything from me, well except maybe being more ladylike so I can marry some stuffy lord one day. But you could do so much with your life, Henry, and people expect things from you because you are important, because you matter. Henry reached across the space between us and slipped his fingers through mine. You matter to me.
But
As my heart tripped over itself, he leaned in and kissed me. It was clumsy at first, our noses bumped, my hair got stuck in his stupid jacket buttons, and we started laughing. But it was so sweet and real, and for a while, I forgot Cinderella. I forgot he was royalty, I forgot about everything, it was just me and Henry. I floated through the next few weeks like some lovesick idiot. Of course, like any self-respecting lady, I didn't show it. You are grinning like you have got a clothes hanger stuck in your mouth, Anastasia commented one morning. What is so funny about my art? I wasn't grinning, and what art? I made this cat sculpture from old socks and glue. That art, the one cleverly disguised as garbage. It is the loveliest duck I have ever seen. Yes, that is what I said. It was the happiest I had ever felt in my entire stupid life, which naturally meant the universe had to kick me in the teeth soon. One afternoon at the estate, Henry sat me down with a serious look I didn't like one bit.
Dryella,
I have to leave
wish I
for a
had better
while,
news,
he
but-
said grimly. What? Running away to join the circus? No,
my fate
father
to
is
leave.
sending me across the
kingdom
sea
needs
for an
me.
official
Out
royal
there past the
delegation.
ruins. I can't-
It
I
could
know
be
it's a
months,
long
even a
time,
year
but
maybe.
The trip is gonna take.
I forgot how to breathe for a few seconds. Dryella, you
you've
made
shown
me
me what true
realize that I
means.
need to take my position
Because of
and
you, I
privilege
want to
more
be a better
seriously
man.
instead of
A
whining
man
about
worthy
it.
of your inspiration.
So,
Henry gives a
yeah,
small,
I am
determined,
really
yet
trying.
vulnerable smile.
I am really
You
proud of
did it.
you, Henry, I said,
I suppose
forcing a smile.
congratulations are in order.
I just know you are going to be
No
brilliant.
matter what happens.
But a small, selfish part of me wanted to scream, don't go. Just stay. We promised to write regularly no matter what. And for a
Oh,
while, his
finally.
letters were the only thing
here.
keeping me sane. Of course I always picked them up from the post office myself. I told myself, I didn't want to draw anyone's attention to our correspondence. Dearest
that was
Countess
Prince
Dracula,
Henry,
he wrote,
expecting a
you will be
royal
thrilled to
feast.
know that the local
When suddenly,
delicacy here
they
is
placed
fermented
this
fish
right in
eyeballs.
front of him.
Guess who had to eat 3 smiling all the while? I cannot sleep at night because I keep imagining those eyeballs swimming around my gut, winking at each other, send help. I wrote back immediately, dearest one-time goat milker, I regret to inform you that my life is way more exciting than yours. Just today Cinderella invented chamomile soap and taught her cat to fetch her ribbons. Anastasia lost an intense staring match to a goat. Mother tried flirting with the milkman and he fled on the aforementioned goat. I am so close to faking my own death. P.S. I miss your face and your insults, mostly your insults, fine also your face. P.S. I miss insulting you too, he replied. I am forced to practice my skills on vendors at the market, but it is not the same, they cry too easily. Of course it wasn't ideal, but every letter kept him close, and for now, it was enough. But then the letters stopped coming. At first, I told myself it was all fine, there could be a million reasons for delays. But when 2 months passed by with no word, I started to feel a bit crazy. Still nothing for you, the postmaster asked. Same as earlier this afternoon. I snapped. You want me to save you a trip and scream "no" at you from across the street every morning, he suggested. You might consider picking up a hobby, how about embroidery? I wasn't getting any letters, but I didn't stop sending them. Pages filled with jokes, questions, news, bad drawings. But weeks and weeks went by and still there was no reply. By now my heart was filled with dread. What if something had happened to him? But if that was the case, the news would be everywhere. And then finally a letter arrived one morning. My hands were trembling so much I almost ripped the letter trying to open the envelope. Dear Driella, I read, and the world seemed to stop. The handwriting was his, but the words were cold, distant, like they were written by a stranger. I am writing this to put an end to our correspondence, it said. My time away has made me realize the responsibilities that lie ahead of me, and unfortunately, a romance with a girl from the village does not fit into that future. You were a pleasant distraction during a difficult time, but I must now focus on finding a suitable partner, a true princess who understands my world. Please do not write to me again, it would be best for both of us to move on. Sincerely, Prince Henry. I stared at the paper until the words blurred into meaningless ink. A pleasant distraction? A girl from the village? This was the boy who ate fish eyeballs and got stuck in traps, the boy who held my hand in the ruins. I felt a hot, searing pain in my chest, a mixture of heartbreak and humiliation that made it hard to breathe. I crumpled the letter in my fist. As I stood there, fighting back tears, I heard a soft, melodic humming behind me. I turned to see Cinderella standing in the doorway, a basket of fresh laundry in her arms. She looked at the crumpled paper in my hand, then up at my face, and her lips curled into a small, sympathetic smile. Bad news, Driella, she asked, her voice sweet like poisoned honey. It happens, you know, people grow up, they realize what they really need. Sometimes, they just realize that some people, well, they just don't belong in the castle. Her eyes sparkled with a knowing light, a light that said she knew exactly who the letter was from, and maybe, just maybe, she knew exactly why it was written. In that moment, looking at her perfect face and hearing her perfect voice, I realized something. The story wasn't about to end, the war had just begun. If the world wanted a villain, if Henry wanted a suitable partner, then fine. I wiped my tears, straightened my spine, and looked her dead in the eye. You are right, Ella, I said cold as ice. Some people don't belong in the castle. But I have a feeling that is about to change. I walked past her, dropping the crumpled letter at her feet. The prince wanted a show? The kingdom wanted a fairy tale? Well, Driella was about to give them a story they would never forget.
Who do you think you are, dancing here like this?
I'm just enjoying the music, sister.